What's up guys, this is Anime Crossover. I'm back with another episode of Naruto with the legendary Silver Fox Part 3. And if you did enjoy this video, give this video a like, and if you're new to my channel and like my content, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more crossover fictions with a twist. Now let's begin this new video.
Chapter 3 Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, and Kira agreed to return to the academy, but Sarutobi kept Iruka back to debate something. The four-person group chose to brush it off and return to their squad assignments. Kira was given her own headpiece by the Hokage, which she wore around her neck like a choker. Kira transformed into a fox and hopped on Naruto's shoulder as Hinata stroked her behind the ears. When Naruto's acute hearing caught up on the discussion, he heard a pair of elderly men chuckling about something. Ha, 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 we eventually obtained her necklace. She'll have to do whatever we say now if she wants it back, one elderly guy said. Yeah. Now we can have some fun with her and maybe her companion as well. She may be a traitor student, but she still has a body, the second elderly guy explained. I like the way you think, the first elderly guy chuckled. Naruto, Sasuke, Kira, and Hinata overheard the entire discussion, becoming increasingly enraged as they learned that a pair of elderly perverts were planning to exploit an impoverished girl with whatever it was they were holding for hostage. Kira, since you're the quickest of us, I need you to take whatever they have as a distraction while Hinata stops their limbs really rapid with you family's renowned gentle fist I heard about. Sasuke and I will have a discussion about what it means to be a gentleman, Naruto said. Just say the word, Sasuke said. Hey, come back here you little thief, one of the perverts said as Hinata materialized in front of them, crippling their limbs as Sasuke and Naruto each seized a pervert by the neck. So you like blackmailing girls just to get your sick pleasure, eh? Naruto asked. Well, we can change that, said Sasuke, raising his fist as the guys began beating on the two perverts, causing Hinata and Kira to turn away. Sasuke and Naruto then emerged, brushing off their palms as Naruto called a two-tailed fox. Who summoned me? Inquired the fox. I did, Naruto said. Naruto-sama, how may I assist you? Said the fox. I need you to take these two perverts to the Hokage tower and tell him they were planning on raping an innocent woman and her friend, Naruto said, pointing out the way. As you wish, saluted the fox, reaching out with its tail to grasp the two perverts. You truly are a demon, the first deviant said. We'll be out, the second deviant said. Sit down, maggot. You should consider yourselves lucky that Naruto-sama has compassion for scum like you, screamed the fox, making the two perverts tremble in terror. Thank goodness I'm not telling him you called me that. You know what the penalty is for breaking the law, Naruto said, turning the two perverts pallid. However, I never said my buddy here could inform on you, so it's really his option. I suggest you keep quiet, and maybe, just maybe, he'll reconsider, Naruto said, making the two perverts even more terrified as they noticed a wicked gleam in the fox's eye. Farewell, Naruto-sama, it's been great to see you again. Kira-sama, the fox said to Naruto and Kira, who had just hopped on his shoulder. Likewise, Kira said, beaming. The fox leapt from rooftop to rooftop on his way to the Hokage tower. Foxy-kun here, Kira said, giving Naruto a gold heart-shaped necklace engraved with the letters KY in ornate penmanship. I wonder who owns this, said Naruto. I'm not sure, but we're going to be late if we don't hurry, Sasuke said as Naruto placed the pendant in his pocket to give to the Hokage so he could return it to its rightful owner. As they entered the classroom entrance, the three concealed their features, with Hinata making her hair appear shorter because having long hair overnight seems odd. Naruto, a strange female voice said behind them, making Naruto and Sasuke recoil. When the three turned around, Sakura and Ino were standing behind them, each carrying a white blossom. Sakura and Ino both had crimson swelling eyes and distended cheekbones, indicating that they were weeping. I just wanted to apologize for the other day. You purchased a really lovely gift, and it must have cost you a lot, but that was no justification for what I did. I hope you can forgive me, Sakura said. Me too. I suppose we never realized how much you endured after seeing all those wounds. We also wish to express our regrets to you, Sasuke. I suppose we were so focused on you that we didn't understand Naruto was like a sibling to you after you lost your family. We understand that after you took him to the hospital. I hope you can forgive us, Ino said as both females apologized by handing Naruto and Sasuke flowers. We pardon you if you stop running after me like a group of adoring ladies and focus on your abilities. You both have the skills to be great kunoichi, but you'll never get there unless you stop this shenanigan, Sasuke said, as Naruto bowed his agreement with his arms crossed. I can see why you like Sakura, Sasuke said as both females walked away. Those Ino girls aren't bad either, Sasuke blushed. My affection for her passed away yesterday. Now I have my Hanada-heim, Naruto said, embracing Hinata and making her flush. Besides, if I do like her again, it would probably be like a brother-sister situation. I admired her because she was constantly taunted about her forehead, and I suppose I can kind of connect to her position with a little bit of my situation, Naruto stated. Considering she's smart as well, it'd probably be difficult to determine who's the older sibling, grinned Sasuke, causing Naruto, Hinata, and Kira to chuckle. The three decided to sit together until Naruto felt a strong killing intent again. Great, I'm having deja vu again, Naruto said, looking to his right and seeing a swarm of admirer females without Sakura and Ino this time. Naruto, how dare you sit next to Sasuke-kun, and since when did the timid little Hyuga like Sasuke-kun, screamed an unidentified admirer girl. Shut your mouth, Sakura screamed from atop Naruto's workstation.
Yeah, you're speaking to Sasuke-kun's family, exclaimed Ino from behind the crowd.
Geez, I swear you love the idiot, forehead girl, a second devotee girl said. Alright, that's it. If you're so clever, how come Sasuke always flees away from you instead of towards you? Asked Naruto, prompting every female to respond only to remain quiet. Also, if Sasuke loves you, why does he always lock himself in a closet or room, barricading the door until someone saves him, or escapes out the window? Said Naruto, making every female reconsider. Ha! What you sorry excuses of Kunoichi think is love for Sasuke is nothing more than lust for his looks, Naruto said, his intellect shining through. Now get out of my way and leave my brother alone. None of you will ever know what he truly likes in a girl, Naruto said, unleashing a massive killing intent that outweighed the girl's killing intent and swiftly returning to their places. Thank you, Naruto. I was afraid I'd have to use the boys' restroom again, Sasuke said. You really should praise Sakura and Ino. After all, they do alter their minds once they open their eyes to see the truth. Furthermore, I despise it when people disparage others based on their outward look or because they don't comprehend a circumstance, Naruto stated. Thank you Sakura-san and Ino-san for your assistance, Sasuke said, making both females flush. You're welcome, Sasuke-kun, Sakura and Ino both said at the same time. Alright everyone, settle down, Iruka said as he entered with a portfolio in hand. I've got your squad assignments right here. Now, Team 1 is. Iruka continued repeating the titles of the teams, which irked Naruto. Yawn, I think I'll take a nap, Naruto said. With you there, Foxy-kun, Kira said. Naruto-kun, if you want, why you can sleep on my lap, Hinata stammered. Ah, thank you Angelheim, I would love to, Naruto said, embracing Hinata and falling asleep on her couch. He appears so peaceful and soft, Hinata thought as she stroked Naruto's hair, while Kira leapt on Hinata's shoulder and wrapped her tail around her neck like a shawl, drifting off to slumber as Hinata rubbed her ears. Wake up, Naruto-kun and Kira-chan. I believe Iruka-sensei will summon us, Hinata said softly, awakening Naruto and Kira. Kira leapt off Hinata's back, extending each of her legs, and Naruto awoke yawning loudly. Team 7 consists of Sasuke Uchiha, Hinata Hyuga, and Naruto Uzumaki, as well as his fox Kira. Your Jonin-sensei's name is Kakashi Hatake, Iruka stated. What? Exclaimed every fan female in the room, causing Naruto, Kira, Sasuke, and Hinata to recoil due to their acute hearing. That's not fair, Iruka-sensei, exclaimed a casual admirer girl. Yeah. Why is the last man standing and the shy lady who can't even form a decent phrase on the same squad as Sasuke-kun? Said a different admirer lady. Hey, turn off your trap wench. No one hurt Hinata-heim like that, exclaimed Naruto, surprising everyone because he wasn't always that boisterous, and he called Hinata-heim. You see Iruka-sensei, a third admirer girl said. Shut up and sit down, stopped Sasuke in an irritated tone, making all the admirer females sit down. Team 8. Shino Aburame, Kiba Inuzuka and his canine Akamaru, and Sakura Haruno. Your sensei is Kurenai Yuhi. Team 9 is presently on assignment. Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akamichi, and Ino Yamanaka make up Team 10. Asuma Sarutobi is your sensei. These are the squads that have been allocated to each of you. You will all wait here for you, Jonin-sensei, Iruka said. Hokage-sama, to what do we owe the pleasure? Iruka inquired as the Hokage emerged with 2 Anbu guardians. I just wanted to give a last-minute lecture and a little surprise, the Hokage joked. What is he up to? Naruto inquired. It must be what he discussed with Iruka, Sasuke speculated. Now, over the course of our community, there was a lineage that held a bloodline known as the Ryugan, the Dragon's Eye, a bloodline that is a blend of the Sharingan and Byakugan. The Hyuga and this tribe have maintained a relationship over the years. Today, Hiyashi Hyuga resurrected that partnership and added a new tribe to it, the Uchiha tribe. Sasuke Uchiha, do you desire to have this partnership with these two clans? Inquired the Hokage. I agree, Hokage-sama, Sasuke said, startling everyone in the classroom. Sasuke had just decided to align himself with the Hyuga clan and some unnamed clan. Well, then, Hinata Hyuga, according to the agreement, you are to marry the clan's successor. However, you are not being forced to marry. If you do not desire to marry, the marriage will end, but the partnership will continue. Do you agree? Yes, Hokage-sama, with all my heart, Hinata said, leaving the entire class stunned once more. Good, you are hereby engaged to Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the fourth Hokage's son and heir to the Namikaze clan of the Ryugan, said the Hokage, as the entire class's jaws dropped to the floor and their eyes nearly popped out of their sockets. Since Naruto has a calling contract with the Foxes, which is incredibly uncommon, it has given him additional characteristics that he was forced to conceal under my instructions. The same goes for Sasuke, except for the wolf calls. Hinata, who has been engaged to Naruto since this morning, shares these characteristics as well. The three of you may now abandon the genjutsu, said the Hokage. The three stood up, removing the genjutsu, which had brought everyone in the room dangerously close to a heart attack or stroke due to a shortage of air in the brain or heart. Sasuke's admirer females, on the other hand, gazed at him with hearts in their eyes, admiring his new features and silver accents. Because of the partnership, I've decided that the three of you should form a squad because each of your lineages complements the others. That's all, the Hokage said as he walked away with a cunning grin. When the door opened to show a beautiful lady with ruby eyes, Naruto wondered where he had seen her before. Isn't Fox-kun one of the kunoichi who saved you with Itachi? Kira inquired. Now I remember, Naruto said, putting his right palm on top of his outstretched left hand. Alright, let's go meet her. Aside from that, her name fits the letters on the necklace, Naruto explained. Can I come as well? I've known Kurenai-sensei for a long time and would like to greet her, Hinata asked. Sure, Hinata Haim, Naruto replied. Naruto approached Kurenai with Kira on his shoulder and Hinata calling down to her squad, Team 8 with me. Hinata, is that you? Kurenai asked, looking to her right. Yes, Kurenai-sensei, you see, Naruto-kun designated me as one of his companions, giving me the look you see now. Kurenai Yuhi has been a large sister figure to me, Naruto-kun. One of his mates, Kurenai said, his rage and killer intent directed at Naruto. Kurenai has always despised perverts and those who exploit other women for their twisted enjoyment. Kurenai soon forgot about it as he stared at Hinata's fox ears, fighting the desire to stroke them. It's okay Kurenai-sensei, you can touch them, Hinata said, laughing. Kurenai emerged behind Hinata, toying with her ears as if she were an adorable life-size puppet. You see, by law, as the last of my bloodline, I'm supposed to marry at least 4 women, and my second partner is Kira Haim, also known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. But don't fear, she's a really lovely person who was duped into assaulting our community. As you can see, she is not entirely to blame. I look for people who truly love me. If Hinata Haim and Kira Haim approve first, Naruto swiftly clarified after gazing at Kurenai with a shocked face at the mention of Kyuubi. Kurenai-san, please accept my apologies for removing your beloved father and brother's lives. If there is anything I could do to make apologies to you and your loved ones, including torment, I would be more than delighted to do so. Kira nodded, her tears welling up as she contemplated sobbing for robbing all those samurai of their loved ones. You are, in fact, the Nine-Tailed Fox. The fourth was correct, you had no intention of attacking. Thank you for apologizing to me, Kyuubi-sama, and don't fear, I've already forgiven you. After all, I did see Naruto as an innocent little boy who was misunderstood. Kurenai grinned as she continued to toy with Hinata's ears, making her laugh because the feeling teased her. Kira purred as she leapt on Kurenai's back, pleased that Kurenai had pardoned her. Oh, before I forget, Kurenai-san, is this your locket? Inquired Naruto as he removed the gold pendant. Kurenai stared at him, puzzled as to how Naruto had obtained her most prized property. Yes, it was a birthday present from my father. Naruto quickly described the discussion and plot of the two perverts as he and Sasuke administered punishment to them before turning them in. Thank you, Naruto-kun, this is very important to me. By the way, Kurenai-san, you're a genjutsu expert, right? Naruto inquired. Yes, but why? Well, you see, I was curious if you had any papers on fundamental genjutsu because that's one of my main flaws and I never seem to get it right. I intended to study a manuscript to see if I'm doing something incorrectly, but I can't even enter the library because the librarian has been changed with someone who can easily identify if someone is in disguise. How about you?" While rubbing one of his checks, an embarrassed Naruto inquired. Kurenai just laughed at his stance in response because he was so humiliated that he couldn't even execute the most basic of genjutsu. Kurenai handed him a tablet that described fundamental genjutsu as well as some D-ranked genjutsu that he could practice. "Thank you very much, Kurenai-san. I pledge to return the paper when I'm finished." "Keep it, Naruto-kun. I usually bring extra in case one of my pupils has the same issue as you. Goodbye Hinata, I'm sorry I couldn't be your sensei. I was actually looking forward to it," Kurenai said as the 3 Kitsune pupils waved her goodbye. Naruto-kun appears courteous and is boosting Hinata's confidence. Not to mention he's attractive. Did I just state Naruto-kun as adorable? I mean, even though he's a gentleman, he seems to care about his loves, even if there are more than one, and if he does get a new lover, he wants the others to concur with him so there's no dispute, plus those ears, whiskers, and tail make him look so endearing, a flushed Kurenai reflected. Kurenai, in addition to being known as the Genjutsu Mistress, was also known as the Ice Queen for rejecting down every engagement that a man offered her. Some even broke into her residence and stole her intimate items such as undergarments, bras, and even outfits. Only one had the audacity to take her treasured necklace, but it was returned to her by a gentleman known as the village's devil, who asked for nothing in exchange but some guidance and directions. No, I should cease thinking like this. For God's sake, he's younger than me. Oh no, I'm turning into the very thing I despise, a deviant, Kurenai thought as she strolled to meet her squad. Team 10, I'm here to pick you up. A guy with a goatee, black loose trousers, a muscular gray shirt, a Jonin jacket, and a cigarette said. When the guy summoned his squad, he turned to Kurenai and said, "Oh Kurenai, how are you?" "Asuma," Kurenai said flatly. "I see you're still upset, don't you?" "Don't be foolish, mad. After all, why would I be upset if I discovered you having sex with that hussy while you were dating me?" Kurenai's veins bulged as each word she spoke was laced with killer intent aimed at Asuma, making him sweat gunshots in terror for his life and masculinity. Kurenai had lost faith in males after discovering Asuma spying on her with another lady. It took Anko a long time to pull Kurenai out of her funk. Kurenai had gone frigid towards any man or anything masculine, except for young toddlers no older than 10 years old, because adolescence hadn't yet set in, causing her to lose regard for the male populace. Then a young guy approached her, demonstrating reverence and returning something that, in her opinion, can never be duplicated. The guy appears to have softened the Ice Queen's hearts. After all of the Jonin sensei had gathered up their teams, Sasuke, Naruto, Hinata, and Kira were the only ones left. Kira had chosen to snooze on Hinata's knee while Hinata ran her sensitive fingertips through her hair, lulling Kira to sleep. Sasuke was totally uninterested, with no chess equipment or shogi board to occupy his time. Naruto was growing restless and still contemplating whether or not to trick their sensei. Naruto got up and went to work because instinct won out over logic. As the 3 freshly designated genin observed Naruto's creation come together, Kira had awoken from Naruto's meticulous work. Kira leapt down to Sasuke's seat and perched next to him. "I'll bet you 5 ryos that he falls for it," Kira said. "He's a jonin. He'll never fall for it," Sasuke said. "Sounds like an excuse," Kira said. "Fine, you're in," Sasuke said as they shook hands, making the wager formal. After 2.5 hours while the others were exhibiting signs of boredom, Naruto sighed, waiting for their sensei and praying for a decent performance. Sasuke was relaxing his head on his palms when his left ear, like Naruto's and Hinata's, began to quiver. "It's about time," Sasuke said. "Tea?" Kira inquired, holding out a cup with her tail. "How did you?" Sasuke exclaimed, glancing back to see Naruto and Hinata drinking tea. "When did you last?" "Forget it, just give me a cup," Sasuke said. "This is my unique mix. It took me 5 tries with a shadow clone to get it here," Kira said, sipping from her own cup. "Not bad, Kira," Sasuke said after taking a drink. When the door slipped open, Kira gave a sly smile. He was wearing dark blue Anbu pants, fingerless gloves with a metal plate attached on the back of the gloves, a black long-sleeved shirt, a Jonin vest, a mask that covered the majority of his face, short, silver, gravity-defying hair, and his headband covered his left eye, leaving his right eye the only visible part of his face. As soon as he stepped inside, a tiny string snapped, unleashing a wall of shuriken straight at him. The guy looked wide-eyed as he leapt into the air, barely avoiding the shuriken wall, only to find himself caught on tripwire connected to his legs and limbs. "Told you he fall for it, so pay up," said Kira, holding out a hand motioning Sasuke to pay up. As Kira leapt up to Naruto's weapons bag and placed the money inside, Sasuke just mumbled something and handed her the money. I'm guessing one of you devised this ingenious trap? Yes, you're staring at him. By the way, unless you want a fast and ignominious death, Kakashi-sensei, I recommend not cutting those cables, said a pleased Naruto as he watched his clever snare. Kakashi chose to take a gamble because he couldn't stay on the roof all day. When Kakashi severed the cables in both of his legs, a wall of kunai knives descended from the west and east sides of the chamber. Kakashi immediately concentrated his chakra into his feet and stuck them to the ceiling, unaware that he had severed the two cables in his limbs. When both kunai barriers collided, 4 large shurikens directed directly at him, causing Kakashi to be taken off guard once more, jumping from the roof and landing in a squatting position as 4 vividly colored spheres hurled at him, bursting before they reached Kakashi. Kakashi had his arms crossed in a protective posture after the dust dispersed, and he was tinted green on his upper body, pink on his left upper body, yellow on his right leg, and orange on his left leg. Naruto. This is clearly marked with your name. I vow I'm going to get revenge at you for this. For the time being, just meet me on the roof while I clean myself up, Kakashi said. Team 7 moved up to the top and waited for Kakashi, who emerged in a cloud of vapor with no sign of color anywhere. Now then, my first perception on you people. I don't like you. I'm going to smack him after Naruto's little prank, but we don't know much about each other right now, so we'll do some introductory, Kakashi said. Why don't you show us how it's done, sensei? Hinata inquired. Okay. My name is Kakashi Hatake, and my preferences and dislikes are none of your concern. I don't have any interests. That is also none of your concern, and I have no aspirations. So all we know is his identity, Team 7 reasoned. Alright, Blue Girl, let's get started. My name is Hinata Hyuga, my likes are flowers, my medical herbs I'm growing, cinnamon rolls, and spending time with Naruto-kun and Kira-chan. My dislikes are people who look down on others, and my hobbies are cooking, finding new types of medicine to heal injuries, and learning more about my family's gentle fist style, and my dream is abolish the caged bird seal and join the main and side branch, and marrying Naruto and Kira, said Hinata. Alright, you're next blonde. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Namikaze? So you're the offspring of the 4th Hokage? Kakashi was taken aback. Yeah, my father left me a parchment having information about my ancestors as well as his weapons. Did you ever meet him, Kakashi-sensei? He was my sensei, yes. That was back during the Great Ninja War. Those were difficult days, but Minato-sensei always managed to make us laugh. We had some pretty good memories back then, a beaming Kakashi said, his upside down, eye smile indicating. Anyways, my likes are ramen, being engaged to Kira-hime and Hinata-hime. And hopefully marry 2 more beautiful women who Kira-hime and Hinata-hime approve of. My dislikes are people who treat others like garbage. My hobbies are training, learning new jutsus, and spending time with my 2 lovely vixens, and my dream is to start a family, and become Hokage, said Naruto, causing Kira and Hinata to blush, and Kakashi crying at him like he was his model, marrying 4 women. That's beautiful, Kakashi said, wiping a tear away, prompting everyone to perspiration. Should I introduce myself, Foxy-kun? Kira wondered. Sure, considering you're now a member of the team. My name is Kira Yoko, or as you people like to call me, the Kyuubi no Kitsune, the 9-tailed fox. Kira leapt off Naruto's back, startling Kakashi. Kakashi pulled out a kunai. How did you escape the seal? It's impossible with the seal sensei used, Kakashi shouted. Calm down, Kakashi, Sarutobi-sama already knows everything. I didn't exactly flee because the majority of my strength is still imprisoned inside Foxy-kun, and I'm not the murderous monster everyone believes I am. I'm actually a lovely monster who is deemed compassionate by most species. Just ask Sarutobi-sama. Besides, I've grown to adore Foxy-kun as well as Angel-chan because she loves him just as much as I do, and I've learned to embrace that. In addition, Foxy-kun, Angel-chan, and I are engaged to be married, Kira shocked Kakashi. Anyway, to continue, my likes are spending time with Foxy-kun and Angel-chan. My dislikes are anyone who tries to hurt Foxy-kun and Angel-chan, and perverts. My hobbies are bathing and sleeping, and my dream. Well, that's something personal, a bashful Kira explained. Except for Foxy-kun, Angel-chan, and Sasuke, I'm not going to show you my human form, Kira said. Why? Kakashi inquired. Well, since Foxy-kun was the first one to kiss me, I'm now betrothed to him, and since Angel-chan also adores Foxy-kun as much as I do, I also trust and admire her. As for Sasuke, he's like a brother to us, Kira said. Since Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke trust you, then I suppose it's alright with me for now. Try any funny business and see what happens, Kakashi said. Okay, your final gloomy. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I like green tea and playing chess against Naruto. I dislike being chased for fangirls, despite the workout I get, and my dream is to rebuild my clan with 4 women who love me for who I am rather than my looks. Now that we're acquainted, meet me at Training Ground 7 tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for your real genin test, Kakashi said. But I thought we had already passed them, Hinata said. No, that was just to separate the genin candidates from those in need of employment. Your true test will be with me to see if you pass or fail, stated Kakashi. Oh, and don't eat breakfast because you'll just throw it up, Kakashi said as he vanished in a flurry of foliage. Random house books. While pondering about his squad, Kakashi materialized in front of a bookshop, going towards the adult section in search of his beloved smut, Icha Paradise. Okay, I have a love-ill fox girl, a rambunctious yet calm golden fox boy, a silent wolf boy, and a compassionate demon. I never thought I'd hear myself say that. They're not even genin yet, and I already have my hands full, Kakashi mused as he proceeded down the hallway. Back on the top of the academy. So, what do you want to do now? Kira inquired. How about we get some new gear and clothes, Sasuke suggested. If we're going to be a squad, it might as well be something that people will remember us by. Something like Naruto's cloak is a perfect example, Kira explained as she shifted into her human form. I don't mind wearing a cloak, but how about a trench coat with it? Hinata suggested as the two considered merging the two. That's not too shabby. We can hide our weapons beneath the cloak, catching the enemy off guard because they don't know what's underneath, and the trench coat can contain concealed kunai, shuriken, or paper explosives as a diversion to open chances for our attacks or escapes, Kira explained. I like it, Sasuke said. Yeah, me too, Naruto said. The 4 proceeded to the retail area while concealing their features, including Kira, who chose to remain in human shape while concealing her features. The 4 had put on different outfits in Naruto-friendly shops. In the end, Naruto came out wearing an orange shirt, with black shorts, 2 weapon pouches each on one leg with bandages underneath, a white trench coat with blue flames on the bottom resembling the Hokage's robes with the kanji for fox sewn on the back, wearing his red cloak, and his hair tied back. Sasuke was dressed in a black blouse with the Uchiha insignia on the back, black shorts similar to Naruto's, a weaponry bag on his right leg with bandages underneath, a gray trench coat with the characters for wolf on the back and a gray cape. Hinata was wearing a purple shirt with dark blue pants, a weapons pouch on her right thigh with bandages underneath, a lavender trench coat that faded into a dark lavender near the bottom to a near white lavender like her eyes near the top, and cherry blossoms near the top with the kanji for angel in the back, and a purple cloak. Kira was wearing a dark orange shirt with red shorts, 2 weapons pouches like Naruto, a dark blood red trench coat with the kanji for vixen, with a black fox running heading towards anyone looking behind her, making it look like it could pop out of the trench coat, with its paw near the bottom edge of the trench coat, and a black cloak. Can we visit Neji Nissan? I want to see him, Hinata asked as the 4 walked out of the shop. Of course, Angelheim. We have plenty of time, Naruto said. The 4 chose to explore around the training grounds in quest of Neji until they heard a deafening commotion, if they can call it a noise, right Lee, it's time for our flames of youth to burn brightly, shouted a voice. Certainly, Guy-sensei. I am not going to fail. I'll do 100 lunges, and if that fails, 200 push-ups, a second person spoke up. The 4 followed the noisy conversations until they came across 4 people. A guy wearing a Jonin jacket with a green lycra underneath and orange leg warmers, a bowl-shaped hairstyle, large unruly brows, insect eyes, and wore his headband with a red ribbon around his waist like a belt, and wore his headband with a red sash around his waist like a belt. There was a boy that looked like a smaller version of the Jonin only without the vest. A girl in a pink Chinese shirt, ambu-style pants with a weapons pouch on her right thigh with bandages underneath. Chocolate-colored eyes, and had long brown hair tied into 2 buns, and the last member was a boy with long black hair that reached his mid-back that was tied near the end with a black sash, a khaki trench coat with a Hyuga flame on the right sleeve, black baggy shorts, a weapons pouch on his right thigh. His headband had a black sash with extra attachments on the sides, and had pure white eyes signifying he was a Hyuga. When the odd group of samurai saw the group of 4 hooded guests, the lycra pair were the first to pipe up, "Look Lee. We have guests who will observe our youthful fires." Of course, Guy-sensei, they must have felt the heat of our exuberance. Hinata-sama, what are you doing here? Neji inquired. I came to greet you because I knew you had just returned from your mission, Hinata explained. How sweet, little Hinata came to see her older cousin, the girl exclaimed. Nice to see you, Tenten-chan, Hinata said. Please allow me to introduce everyone, Hinata said. Naruto-kun, Kira-chan, Sasuke-kun. This is my cousin Neji Hyuga, his teammates Tenten the weapon specialist and Rock Lee the taijutsu specialist, as well as their sensei Guy Maeda, Hinata introduces. Everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the 4th Hokage's son, Hinata said, startling everyone. Sasuke Uchiha, and Kira Yoko, the Kyuubi no Kitsune, Hinata added. But I thought Neji was cut off by a surge of wind moving towards Kira. Kira Black flipped to escape another of Guy's blows as she leapt out of the way of Guy's kick. Wait, she's really nice, exclaimed Hinata. What? This thing nearly destroyed the village, exclaimed Guy. She is correct. Guy-san, I had no intention of attacking the hamlet. If you would enable me to describe what happened because it involves my colleagues, Kira said respectfully. Well, it would be unyouthful if I didn't know what happened, Guy said, standing in a protective taijutsu posture, but I'm not going to let my guard down. As you wish, Kira replied, beginning to describe everything. The truth behind her assault, Naruto's beatings, how he met Sasuke and cleared Itachi's reputation, the Canine Alliance, Mizuki's effort to murder them, the Hyuga, Uchiha, Namikaze alliance, and her engagement to Naruto and Hinata. As the hooded ninja dissolved their genjutsu, exposing their features, Team Guy stood there with their jaws agape, attempting to absorb the information. That's all there is to it. By the way, Guy-san, you let down your guard when I was explaining the Mizuki incident, Kira said. Oh, no, so, 500 circuits around the hamlet for me. I'll accompany you, Guy-sensei, attaboy Lee, exclaimed Guy, with a toothy smile and a thumbs up. Guy-sensei, exclaimed Lee, imitating Guy's posture. Lee, Guy-sensei, Lee, Guy, just go. Everyone shouted as Lee and Guy ran around the hamlet. Man, that was annoying, Kira said. I know, and I'm usually the calm, shy one, Hinata admitted. Anyway, I'd like to thank you, Naruto-san, for assisting Hinata-sama, Neji said. Don't thank me, I just fell in love with an angel from heaven, Naruto explained, making Hinata flush. However, Neji said, triggering his Byakugan. Hurt her in any way, and I'll use that tail of yours to hang you and hang it above my bedroom wall, said Neji, making Naruto uneasily chuckle and perspiration drop. Kira examined Neji, orbiting him as if scanning him. Excuse me, what are you doing? Tenten inquired, his face flushed with envy. He's ideal for Tobo of the Coyote clan, Kira said, rubbing her palms together. I guess, Naruto and Sasuke said as they glanced at each other and began scrutinizing Neji. He does appear to be able to think on his feet and is quite the fighter himself, Naruto said. However, the only person who can judge that and challenge the candidate is the head himself, in this case Tobo-sama, Sasuke said. We approve Kiraheim. Now it's up to Neji to earn his rank, Naruto explained. Could someone please explain? Neji inquired. You see, the Canine Alliance's leaders are searching for appropriate individuals that we consider deserving of their authority since their progeny declined to assume their position as head. As a result, we thought you were a good prospect. However, the only person who can name you as their heir would be the current head, which in this case is Tobo of the Coyote clan, Sasuke explained. Canine calling jutsu, exclaimed Kira as a large poof was heard and the entire area was coated in smoke, which rapidly dissipated as Tobo stood there. You called, Tobo said. Yawn, alright, which one summoned me here? Said Tobo, his intonation slightly irritated. Tobo. Nice to see you again, Kira said. Well, it's not precisely pleasant for me. You know I'm not an early fox, Kira. What makes you believe we seek at night? Sure, I'll confess that most of the time I'm the pleasant, lovable Tobo that everyone knows, but like most living things, I don't like being awakened up unexpectedly. Meetings are the only reason I get up during the day. But since I'm already here, I suppose it's already done. So, what's the deal? Someone forgot to drink their tea, Kira observed. Hey, anyway, Neji Hyuga, I've called you here because we've chosen a candidate for you. Well, let's see what I've got here, Tobo said, examining Neji. Good structure, seems to be a decent fighter, said Tobo as one of his enormous tails headed directly straight to Neji. Neji noticed this and decided to take action immediately. 8 trigrams. Palm rotation, said Neji, rotating fast and forming a chakra sphere around himself, diverting Tobo's tail. Another tail appeared after the first, seizing Neji's legs and suspending him in midair while Neji used his Byakugan to locate a spot in Tobo's tail. Neji found it and hit the point dead on, forcing Tobo to release him as Neji flipped, landing in a crouching position guarding his surroundings for other tails when the ground beneath him cracked, forcing him to pump a large amount of chakra into his feet, jumping into the air as the 4 large boulders collided into themselves where Neji was standing. He has a good response, a quick reaction speed, and the ability to think on his feet. I'd say he passes, Tobo said, beaming. What? Said Neji, stupefied that he passed his exam. You have passed, Neji Nissan. That means you are now the successor to the Coyote clan, Hinata exclaimed joyfully as she hugged her relative. She is correct. Neji, I have considered you deserving of becoming the Coyote clan's successor, and you will take my position as the Coyote clan's delegate in the future Canine Alliance. Now take my paw, Tobo said, extending out his paw. Neji approached Tobo with caution and grasped hold of his hand. Neji Hyuga, I hereby grant you my power, Tobo said as he was engulfed by a dark inferno. When the flames died down, Neji stood there with brown coyote ears and a brown coyote tail. His irises revealed a trace of brown combined with the white like Hinata has a tinge of lavender, and he was taller than Sasuke, making his clothes a little snug. I don't get it. How come we didn't grow like Neji? Naruto questioned, a little envious of his small stature. I'm assuming Neji was nearing the end of adolescence, and the fusing just accelerated the process. Who knew? Said Kira, as Tenten looked at Neji, her heart in her eyes over his new characteristics. Tenten threw Neji to the ground and began toying with his ears, causing Neji to flush. When they heard 2 familiar voices say, "Look, Guy-sensei, Neji appears to have gotten stronger," everyone burst out chuckling. Yes, Lee, it appears that Neji's new power has merged with his youth flames. Apparently, Guy and Lee had returned, leaving everyone wondering, when did they come back? We witnessed Neji's transformation in real time. We are now witnessing a new, brighter flames of youth. Yeah. Well done, Lee. Let your youth flames burn brightly. Guy-sensei, Lee, Guy-sensei, Lee, Guy. Wham! Tobo had had enough of the Lycra duo and swung all 9 of his powerful tails, sending Guy and Lee skyrocketing into the air and falling with an enormous detonation in a random section of the village, creating a massive dust cloud. Man, that was really irritating, exclaimed Tobo, his left ear quivering and a large vanity protruding from his mouth. Whistle. I believe you're the first person to match the Hokage's record for throwing Guy and Lee, Tobo-sama, Tenten said. Please call me Tobo. Tobo-sama makes me sound really old, Tobo said, beaming. So, how old are you really? Sasuke inquired. To be honest, I'm the Alliance's 2nd youngest member, Tobo admitted. Then who is the oldest? Hinata inquired. I pledge to remain silent, Tobo said, afraid for his life. Wait, that was close. I was expecting Darcia to materialize and tear me apart, Tobo reflected. In any case, Neji, you can now use earth-based jutsus, as well as extend your range by about 50 meters considering you're a close-range fighter. You now use the basic coyote fighting style as well as sword style, and these, said Tobo, materializing some of his brown chakra into 2 short swords that reached Neji's elbow with black handles, gold hilt and guard, brown sheaths, and the blades were straight instead of curved. These 2 swords can combine with some rocks and boulders to form a hammer-like weapon that, when struck against the ground, launches those rocks and boulders at your opponent, potentially killing them. As an added benefit, I withdrew the stamp from your brow. I sensed that it caused you a lot of pain, Tobo said as Neji stared at him with a big smile on his face. I don't know how to repay you, Tobo, Neji said as he sheathed his blades. Don't even think about it. Well, it's been fun, but I have to go now, Tobo said as he vanished into a huge cloud of vapor. That was young. I concur, Guy-sensei. Don't you 2 know when to shut up? Everyone exclaimed. Naruto glanced at Sasuke, who nodded. Both boys had the same notion, reaching into their weaponry pouches and pulling out a big ball made of paper explosives, which they threw at Guy and Lee's feet. A huge detonation could be heard all the way to the Hokage tower, and the paper explosive ball shone brilliantly. The Hokage tower. The Hokage was carrying out every Kage's worst nightmare, paperwork. He heard a loud detonation and glanced out the window to see 2 strange aerial objects going directly for the Hokage faces. Both items collided just above the space between the 2nd and 3rd Hokage. When Sarutobi extended out to look, he noticed 2 body prints, a big one and a tiny one. He noticed a hand crawling out of the big body impression, and out emerged Guy, clutching his cranium. They irritated someone again, Lee said as the Hokage groaned audibly and pulled his cap over his eyes. Still, they beat my mark, which is an accomplishment, reflected Sarutobi. Training area. I knew we should have used more paper bombs, Naruto said, peering through his glasses. Wouldn't that be fatal? Neji, like everyone else, was peering through a set of binoculars, or possibly pierce right through the mountain, Sasuke suggested. Given how deep it is, I'd say they were halfway through, Tenten estimated. The sun was setting as Sasuke returned to the Uchiha compound for a wash, and Tenten headed home to prepare supper because it was her night to cook. Naruto, Hinata, Neji, and Kira were strolling down the street to the Hyuga compound while using genjutsu to conceal their characteristics. Neji couldn't walk straight because his shorts kept sliding up and giving him heels, but he didn't want to do anything because everyone was looking. When they arrived at the Hyuga compound, Hiashi and the Hyuga leaders greeted them at the entryway. "Father, elders," he says. "Hiashi-sama, elders," the four of them bowed in reverence, while the Hyuga elders scowled at Naruto. "Hinata, Neji, welcome home," Hiashi said cheerfully. So the heiress of the most powerful clan in Leaf Village is married to this demon filth," one of the elders sneered. Kira hissed softly, holding herself back. "You promised not to call him that, Elder-sama," Hiashi said threateningly. "Unfortunately, Hiashi, you've become frail. Guards apprehend him." Two branch members appeared garbing Hiashi and deactivating his limbs, but displayed great remorse in their eyes. "What is the significance of this? We will not allow the Hyuga clan to be tainted by some vermin filth that not only defiles the Hyuga name, but also our fourth Hokage claiming to be his son," another senior said. "Please forgive us, Hiashi-sama. They used the cage bird seal on us and threatened to use it on our loved ones." "Don't worry, I understand. You are not at fault here," Hiashi explained. "Now we have to get clear of these vermin. Kill the monster, Neji." "No," snarled Neji. "Why, you demon lover?" "Fine then," another senior said, his eyes widening in amazement. "The cage bird seal does not activate." Neji withdrew his cap, revealing that the mark on his brow was no longer visible. "Impossible." "On the contrary, when you believe in Naruto-kun, anything is possible," Kira said. "Branch members destroy the demon," one of the leaders yelled. Several branch members appeared, all with an expression of sadness in their eyes, and some townsfolk appeared resolved to assist the Hyuga clan to clear of the so-called devil. "Forgive us, Naruto-sama," the branch members charged the four ninja. "No, I hope you forgive me." Naruto struck one of the members in the stomach and tossed him at another charging member. Kira, Naruto, Neji, and Hinata knew they had to take the battle seriously. "Release." The genjutsu dropped, showing their features to everyone. "The demon has decided to show itself," shrieked some of the locals. "We must aid the Hyuga clan in killing it." The peasants rushed when a wall of flames barred their path and Sasuke arrived just in time to halt them. "Release." "Sorry I'm late, Naruto, but I thought Neji could use this," Sasuke said as he tossed Neji a kimono that resembled the Hyuga robes, except it was khaki like his sweater and a dirty green jacket like Hiashi's jacket with the kanji for "coyote" on the back. "Sorry, they were out of white." Neji hurled a smoke projectile to the ground before rapidly transforming into his new garments. "Now I don't have to worry about restricted movement," Neji said as he cast a charging branch member back. "Hey, let's show these guys what happens when you mess with us, Kira Haim." Blaze, a western sword with a red blade and a fire pattern near the handle, emerged in Naruto's palm from beneath his cape. The handle was a rich blood-red hue with a big diamond set in the center of the fire pattern. Tempest resembled a traditional katana, with a sky-blue blade, silver guard and pommel, light green handle, and a gem secured by a claw-like design at the end of the handle. Naruto tossed Blaze to Kira as she did a roundabout kick to three members, catching the sword by her tail, twirling it into the air, catching the sword with her left hand, twirling it skillfully as she crouched down, putting all her weight into her left leg, stretching her right leg, her right arm outstretched perfectly parallel with her leg, with her hand close except for her middle and index finger pointing up, and the sword parallel to her arm over her head. Rotation. Hinata yelled, spinning rapidly as a chakra dome appeared with some water swirling the same tempo with the rotation around her, knocking several members surrounding her and some from afar, shocking the elders, ducked under palm blow from a charging member, grabbed his foot with her tail, tripping him, and grabbed another attacker by the wrist, putting the tips of her fingers on his chest below the heart, and hit him with a chakra-enhanced palm. "I see, so they can use their connection without even being aware of it. I'll have to teach them in that," Kira mused. As one of the members pulled out a kunai dagger, fearful of being sliced by Naruto's blade, Naruto locked blade with kunai. Naruto pushed the member back, followed by a left uppercut that sent the member flying several feet and hitting another with the back of the handle, jumped into the air, turning tail whipping the attacker, grabbed another attacker's hand with his tail and sent him flying with a back kick, swirled his blade in a circular motion, focusing some wind around the blade. Ninja arts. Hurricane wind jutsu. Naruto swung his blade diagonally. Sasuke deflected some gentle fist strikes before falling to the ground and executing a sweep kick that knocked him down, as well as a back kick that crashed him into three other members. He saw several members charging at him and did a series of hand seals, fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, Sasuke blasted as several fireballs targeted at the Hyuga's feet, making them evade as he raced towards them, striking the members one by one like a pinball machine. Neji grabbed his attacker's hand and swirled behind him, shoving him into the ground with a chakra-enhanced palm, elbowing another, spinning in place, whipping the attacker with his long hair, jumped back swirling in midair, skillfully landing on one foot. Forgive me, 8 trigrams, palm rotation, as Neji started spinning while still standing on one foot as boulders started erupting at the base of the chakra dome, knocking several members to the. He placed his foot down when he completed rotation. Kira sidestepped her attacker's chakra-enhanced hand and tailed lashed him, striking the breath out of him. Kitsune style, heat pulse, Kira placed the tip of the blade on the ground to one side while swinging the blade to the other side, creating a large wall of extreme heat, knocking several members standing in front of her with their clothes burned near the torso but no flesh damage. Kira, Naruto, Hinata, Neji, and Sasuke had effectively taken down all of their assailants, but they knew they held back out of regard for the seniors, which made it simple for them as the 5 ninja attempted to go easy on them. Now, let Hiyashi-sama go. He has done nothing wrong to you or the community. I am, believe it or not, who I am. I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the Yondaime's legacy, the Leaf's yellow flash, the 4th Hokage's son, proclaimed Naruto, shocking the villagers who had just stood there witnessing the display before them since Sasuke had stopped them, and the fact that the Hyuga elders had turned against the Hyuga clan's head. You have no right to live, demon fox, the Hyuga elders said to Naruto. If you want to blame a demon fox, blame me, Kira Yoko, the Kyuubi no Kitsune, exclaimed Kira, startling everyone in the room. Why you're the 9-tailed fox? Exclaimed a newcomer. That's right, I was the little fox who was always with him, Kira explained. That means all those beatings we did were on an innocent child, screamed an enigmatic voice. As I've told all of you time and time again, Naruto Uzumaki is not the 9-tailed fox itself, said the Hokage, smoking his pipe with several Anbu samurai. The Kyuubi assault, believing she was protecting herself after being attacked by an unknown samurai who used genjutsu on her only for it to fail. The Kyuubi is a gentle creature who has been with Naruto the entire time, and she has never attacked any of you unless it was for self-defense, as it is right now, said the Hokage as some of the branch members moaned in agony from their battle, praising God that it was over. Sorry, I guess we should have held back a little more, Naruto said meekly, rubbing the back of his skull. Anbu, take the Hyuga leaders away, inform Ibiki that he best go soft on these old-timers, then put them up in different rooms, and make sure their energy is secured. Hyuga elders, you are all hereby sentenced to 2 weeks of solitary confinement, snorted the Hokage, puffing on his pipe. Hokage-sama, you can't do that, this is a clan. Zip it, you old imbecile. As soon as you commanded your soldiers to assault Naruto, this problem no longer became clan-connected and became public. As a result, it is within my authority to halt you and determine your penalty, the Hokage interjected. The seniors looked perplexed as the Anbu fastened chakra bands around their waists and led them to the Hokage tower. The Hokage turned to face the audience, which was puzzled and furious at Naruto's refusal to embrace reality. I knew if this occurred, they'd either embrace it and languish in their remorse, or they'd detest him even more and try even harder to murder him while rejecting everything, reflected the Hokage. The demon has weakened the Hyuga clan. Now there's nothing to stop its fury, shouted a farmer, as the others agreed. One step near him and you'll die right there. How many more of you are going to die because you all think he's the Kyuubi? Screamed the Hokage. You can't be serious, Hokage-sama, the demon is right in front of you with his demon horse. Don't you dare defile my daughter in that way, screamed a frantic Hiyashi. Hinata was engaged to Naruto before their births, and she has the right to accept and marry whoever she wants. Father, Hinata mumbled as tears threatened to fall. I suggest you all return home before I decide to entertain the Hyuga elders, said the Hokage. What about Uchiha-san and the Hyuga who assisted the demon? He has tainted. I suggest you don't finish that sentence, Sasuke threatens, unleashing a powerful killer intent and triggering the Sharingan. My partners are Kira, Naruto, and Hinata. Both had given me this present with the Wolf Clan's approval, so if you harm my brother or sisters, you'll face my wrath, said Sasuke. The locals were taken aback by Sasuke's description of the demon as a sibling and his demon partners as sisters. The same goes for me, Neji said. Naruto is Hinata-sama's fiancé, and I will gladly defend them regardless. Neji declared the Byakugan to be activated. The people said nothing and simply walked away, still staring blankly at Naruto. Everyone turned to see Naruto with his head bowed and his hair covering his eyes, gazing at the ground. Naruto's concealed irises emitted a few sparkling clear liquid spheres, and his breathing became irregular. Hinata and Kira simply approached him and embraced him lovingly, so that's how they eventually shattered him. I was praying they would accept him, pondered the Hokage. Naruto, you must have endured more than I did when I lost my family, because you not only didn't have a family to begin with, but you were ostracized and tortured an inch closer to death on a daily basis, Sasuke reasoned. Perhaps destiny does choose our path at birth. But Naruto has always resisted destiny, and just look at him now. Perhaps there are some things that destiny cannot explain as well, Neji reflected as he recalled his present. I apologize, Hiyashi, but I had to give the elders a light sentence or the villagers would have rioted. I completely understand, Hokage-sama, but my main concern right now is my future son-in-law, Hiyashi said, gazing at Naruto. Neji had begun assisting the fallen branch members because some of them still had a swelling or aching limb as the main damage. Ah, my cranium. I feel like I fought a bull, one member said, but that should wear off in a day or two, Neji said. Hinata. Yes, father? Why don't you hang out with Naruto and Kira? I might be able to brighten him up a little. Thank you, father, Hinata said. Naruto's residence. Naruto, Kira, and Hinata all arrived at Naruto's residence with an elevated mood. Kira raised Naruto's jaw as cerulean blue eyes met fiery red eyes as Hinata closed the door behind her. Kira looked into Naruto's eyes, filled with affection and sadness for his loneliness. Naruto and Kira leaned in close to each other, drawn by impulse, as their mouths met. Naruto kissed Kira's bottom jaw, pleading for admission. Kira opened her lips as both of their tongues competed for control. Kira eventually yielded as Naruto deepened their kiss and Kira groaned intensely from their kiss. As they were left panting, they both broke the contact by taking heavy breaths. Naruto and Kira exchanged glances before turning their gazes to Hinata. Naruto then approached Hinata and replicated the procedure, causing Hinata to groan as well. Naruto-kun, that was incredible, a gleaming Hinata said. Kira approached Hinata and mimicked Naruto's kissing method, causing both females to groan. Naruto simply embraced both of his vixens as they entered his bedroom. When they arrived, the three sat in his bed, their tails intertwined, while Hinata and Kira nuzzled his neck. To be continued.
That's it for this part, guys. Thanks for listening to this video. If you did enjoy this part of the story, like, share and subscribe for more, and thank you all for help and support, and have a great day.